Yep, it's time for another cassette device. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay guys, as you have seen from the title, I wanted to share with you this little gizmo I have found. Actually, there are two gizmos I have found roaming the web looking for interesting and new products, gear connected to cassette reproduction. Now, as you know, I hope you know, I did several reviews on different attempts of creating Walkmans. Clearly also a lot of decks, boom boxes, different things. If you want to know a little more, here is a link to the playlist, the tape playlist. You're going to find also all the links in the video description where you can explore a little bit, going through the different videos, what I did, what I reviewed. I recently also did, for example, We Are Rewind, which is a pretty good portable cassette reproduction gizmo. Walkman, let's call it, even though a true Walkman is at a completely different level. And today, instead, we're going to focus on something not portable, fixed, stable. In fact, as you have seen from the title and the miniature of the video, I found this interesting little cassette reproduction, cassette player, we could call it, even though it's different things, as we will see. Now, before going in depth, let's take a look at the main physical features. Then we'll get back. We'll try to understand a little bit better the different aspects. We'll try to listen to something. And then, as you know, at the end, I'll give you my take. Are you ready? Let's start. Okay guys, and here it is, directly from Hong Kong. The speaker, the Bluetooth receiver, cassette player, a lot of stuff. Very, very cool. It's real, it's here. Okay, let's take a look at it. Here we have some instructions, and immediately we find one of the main components here. What looks like a cassette, a normal cassette, but it isn't, and not at all, actually. It is a very cool device. I've seen something similar, actually, on Kickstarter. It's still there. I'll put a link if you want to explore, because this is practically an interface, a Bluetooth interface. It has a head. I think you can see that. There you go. It's practically like a head, like a tape recorder head, player head. But this is practically going to transfer the information on the head in another device. Very interesting. And clearly there is a Bluetooth receiver and a battery, a small battery, because as you can see here, you can recharge. You can recharge it via USB. Very, very cool. And here you have an on and off sliding button. This is just open. There's no plastic here. These are the reels, because clearly there is no tape in here. They're just gonna go whine forever. In fact, in some decks, I did find that since there's no resistance, they started to accelerate. So already there is some issues. I mean, it's not gonna go everywhere. This is especially designed to go with a buddy in here. Nevertheless, it is cool to know that you can use it also in boom boxes in other decks. Not 100% compatible for sure. It depends. In any case, it's a very cool, very fun gizmo. Absolutely. I love the concept, which once again, I think they got inspired by the other one that was present on Kickstarter. Okay, but we'll see it in action afterwards. Let's put it back in its case. And let's see the main subject of this video. And here it is, in all its Korean glory. La. For now, we're going to take a look at it from the top. Put this here. Okay. So, let's turn it. There you go. Actually, I'll put this here, over here for now. Let's just focus on this baby here. I'm going to zoom in. So, as you can see, this is a very simple, and I would say Zen, Asian type of device. Very clean, very, I don't know, subtle, low profile. It doesn't have colors. It doesn't have writing. Everything is very nice and calm. A quiet piece of equipment, which I like a lot. Very neutral. In fact, everything is also transparent. And in fact, as we will see in a while, you can really see everything here inside this machine. Let's just do a brief overview on all four sides. As you can see, also the motor is very clear. Back, it's cool because I don't know if you can see what's written here. If you're romantic enough. That's funny. I like it. It's their motto, I think. And as we can see here, we have a set of commands. Here it says battery charging, okay? But it's not going to charge an internal battery. It's for charging rechargeable batteries. Nevertheless, if you do have rechargeable batteries, it'll be recharged via the USB port. Then we have the volume knob, obviously, and what a feature I like a lot, audio output, okay? 3.5 millimeter typical output. So you can connect it with a cable to your system, to another portable speaker, or anything else. Very, very nice in order to test a little bit better also the audio quality of this mechanism. Okay, here is the other side. We can see the quality of the motor. I'm not going to go into different features and specs. I mean, clearly the quality, it is what it is. Nothing to write home about, okay? We all know that. It's normal stuff. Very normal. Not normal 80s, 90s, normal today. So the quality is going to be mediocre. I mean, nothing special. Okay, I want to show you now a little bit better how it works from this side. Here, as you can see, you have two speakers. Very nice. Although I see three areas, but I'm pretty sure, at least from the specs, it said it's a 5-watt stereo speaker. And as you can see, you just open it this way. Very nice. And you can insert a cassette. In fact, you have another head right here at the bottom of the pit. Let's see if you can see that. All of the details of the mechanism. Love it. The buttons are old style, nice and heavy. As you can see, you really have to push them hard. My little girl wasn't able almost to push them, so they are a little bit hard. This baby has auto stop. Yes, a great function we all want. So you can put it and leave it. And you just close it and you're ready to go. Also, I wanted to show you, it's European Community compliant. It has all its certifications. Nice 4 little rubber feet, so it's nice and stable wherever you put it. And I want to show you just now from here the insertion, first of all, of this cassette here, the Bluetooth receiver. And we're going to test it afterwards. See? Very cool. Otherwise, obviously, and I suggest it mainly to use it with something else. What do we have? I'll grab the first cassette I have here. China Crisis. Nice. You just have to
be careful to insert it this way, okay? There's this little tongue here, metal tongue. You put it there, and then you just slip it inside. Very easy. And you can leave it open if you want. No problem. It's just better to keep it closed for the dust. And for now, that's it.
Okay, so now you got a pretty good idea of what we are talking about. And I just want to spend a few words on the producer, NinmLab, which they started these and other projects also on Kickstarter, as I mentioned before. And on their site, there's lots of very interesting things. Not only the It's Real cassette player, but also other types of portable cassette players, Walkmans. Also Discman, transparent as well. Also a lot of analogic photography gear. So they have this analog approach, which I like, but very high-tech at the same time. Even though it looks high-tech, clearly we are not at the levels of analog photography, that's for sure, and analog audio. It's normal stuff. I want to underline this, you guys. The quality of these products is nothing special. It's fun. It's useful sometimes to have something like this, but clearly we're not talking of a high quality deck or player whatsoever, okay? No, it's not even intended to be so. It's intended to have something cool to look at, because clearly everyone is going to have their eyes attracted to this. And you have a barely decent quality audio. We're going to listen to something in a while, but at the same time, it's something fixed. You can just leave it on a table where you put your books in your little room. I used it, for example, with my little kid, with my daughter, Gaia, which she likes it a lot, because we have old tapes from the 80s with stories recorded on them. So I just put this here and I leave it in her room. She loves it. Just another use, as you can imagine. So very casual, very simple. Plus, I forgot to maybe mention it, but as you have seen, you can put 4A AA batteries here, okay? So you can bring it, for example, I don't know, in a different room. I mean, it's not always linked to a cable. Absolutely, that's something to mention about. Okay, let's try to listen to something just like this. Live capture from the microphone. Let's try with something with vocals. I hope YouTube isn't going to block it. If it's going to be blocked, you're just going to have one or two cassettes. This is the first one, Carol Kidd, to have some female vocal, and let's listen.
I'll be tired of you when stars are tired of gleaming, when I am
clearly there's hiss, you guys.
dreaming, then I'll be tired of you. This I know is true. When winds are tired, then I...
Now, as you've heard, female vocal, a little bit of piano. It's decent. One problem, I don't know if it's all the units or at least only my unit. When you start the tape, I'll let you hear it now, there is a little jolt. I don't know, the spool of tape goes up and down a little bit. And you can hear that, obviously. When the music starts, no. Rewind. I'll put it up to the mic now so you can hear that. Okay. Let's see if the auto stop works. Not with the fast forward. Probably works when it reaches the end of the cassette. Well, actually, let's try that. Let's go a little ahead. No, fast forward. Okay. Auto stop test on the go. On the fly. Okay, it works. It works. Let's try now to listen to what I was talking about, this mechanism noise. I'll even open it up. I think you heard it. I don't like that, clearly. It's a clumsy type of transport. Clearly, it's all these Chinese transports are all the same, as we have learned, and not even Tanashin is more around from what I understood. So, unfortunately, this is what you get. Okay, so we've heard Carol Kidd, tape from the 80s, which clearly has Dolby. Now let's try something new. Ikebe Shakedown, Kings Left Behind. Much more funky and clearly a new production. Actually, I presented this in another video a few years ago. And this does not have Dolby. It's something more apt, we could say, more fitting for this type of product. Let's listen. Okay, so now we can go to our last test, which involves the Bluetooth cassette receiver. I didn't highlight this before. There is a specific way in which you have to insert the cassette, okay? As you can see here, it says this side, okay? You have to put it facing where you have writing. You need to see the writing. Behind, there's nothing written. So remember that. Clearly, we're going to have to turn it on. There you go. See, it's blinking a little bit. And then very quickly, it's already connected to my phone, which I have here. I already made the pairing. Very easy. Okay. And maybe it should start immediately. Let's see. Lightning Hopkins, Going Away.
You know I'm a stranger here. You know, tell me, is I'm wrong? You know I'm a stranger here. I'm stranded too. Tell me, is I'm wrong?
Now, as you can hear, the thing makes a lot of noise when there's no music, because even the little reels are made of plastic and they wiggle and they make noise, unfortunately. A lot of noise. In any case, when the music starts, it's not that evident, clearly.
Well, you know they've been raiding.
Okay, let's stop it. Remember, in contrast with other Bluetooth gizmos, you have to stop it, okay? Otherwise, it doesn't make it stop on its own. Okay, so now we're gonna listen to this little baby inside a deck, and let's see what happens. Are you ready? Let's go.
Max volume, guys.
You know I'm a stranger here. You know, tell me.
Okay, guys, as you have seen, actually, you've seen only one deck. I tested practically all my decks, and you always have incredible noise problems. At least with my professional high-quality decks, you just can't use this. It's very, very bad. The noise is very, very bad, and it creates problems because there's no tension, clearly. They should have put a little piece of tape, infinite type of tape or something, because there's no resistance, and a lot of mechanisms, quality mechanisms, adapt, so it start going spinning like crazy, clearly. In any case, as you've seen with its own little machine, it worked properly. And actually, I must admit that the best sound is coming from this 5.0 Bluetooth transmitter receiver. Is better than all the other cassettes. So this is a clever and interesting solution, but might as well build it in. I mean, at that point, I mean, it's cool to see these, but if you can't use this in other decks and other devices, it's pointless. I don't know why it's so noisy, but it's just terrible, terrible. And I'm not even sure head with head is such a good idea. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna demagnetize all my heads now. You never know. I'm sure there is this huge noise, electronic noise, because all these parts are very close also to the heads, and the volume is very, very low. I mean, we have some serious faults there. So unfortunately, that part of the package isn't that good. I forgot to mention the price, actually. Might as well put also a few specs, available. Here you can find them. And the price is not low. Not low. It's $150 for both. Okay? It could be better. Nevertheless, I mean, at least this part of the combo is very good. You can't buy them separate, okay? Separately. You have to get them together. And this one does make sense, although, as I said before, maybe it would have been better just to have it built in, because you have to charge this. Yeah, it's cool to see it going around, but that's it, because once again, you can't use it anywhere else. So that's pointless, I must say, pointless. This instead is very nice. I like it a lot. It's very stylish. Snug, it fits in little places, and it gives you that little analog touch in an environment. But that's all. I mean, that's it. Not much more. Clearly, if you're gonna have an external system or speaker, you can use the output and have even better quality, because in the end, the overall quality coming from this is rather decent, I would say. Nothing special, but on the pair with the other devices we have seen on this channel. Okay, last test, all set up. Let's try to use this simply as a transport and hear it on a quality speaker like this. Let's go again with our friend Ikebe, where we left off, and go. Okay. Ooh, since we're here, let's try also the other one.
When stars are tired of gleaming. When I am tired of dreaming, then I'll be tired.
Clearly, the results are better, but at that point, if you have to have a speaker connected to this, might as well get a deck or a boombox, I think. So, I mean, it's good that we have tested this just to see a little bit better the sonics, regardless the internal speaker. But it just makes more sense on its own, since the speaker, I think, it is decent in the end.
Well guys, if you're enjoying my videos and you're enjoying my channel, please consider to subscribe by clicking the black and white logo here below. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode and you will become a true member of the analog community.